Hello guys, last video for the weekend. I'm gonna go over and create my watch list for the week. I'm gonna go over the quote unquote old darlings of the market, see if there's any interesting setups, and we'll build. Facebook, nope, too extended to down. I also, if you're looking for longs, this is not gonna be the video for you. Go ahead and move on. Or if you just want to learn, I guess, and see how I do things, you're more than welcome to stay, but I'm not looking for longs at the moment. Like maybe you can go bounce plays, but right now the market is not a long environment in my opinion, and I'm not good enough at bounce plays right now to even toss money at it and risk overnight volatility because of headline news. So that's not in my play. I am looking for shorts, things that are somewhat actionable, potentially actionable. And I do think Netflix is here. What I'll be looking for here is a break of this low here. This 854.50. Let's see, did it break that yesterday? Low 853.87. Yeah, so it even closed below that. So we'll see if it wants to continue to the downside. I can see it hitting 826 or so. It looks like it kind of has a date with the 200 SMA around 807. So I would be mindful of that. Maybe we get a little bounce over there, but Netflix short below basically Friday's low, but we'll I don't know, we might get a gap down here. Google at an interesting area for a potential bounce here with these lows. So I'm not looking to short down here because this is a prior level of support. Not interested. Microsoft, I did initiate a short on Friday up here by this white circle. Entry was 370.94. That's working well. If we get a gap down, depending on how deep it is, I will most likely take 1/3 at least, if not 2/3, depending how deep it is, and move my stop loss to break even and stop any losses. But I'm already in. Amazon, the short, would have been here, the break of these lows. It didn't really even give you an opportunity. Really, the short entry would have been on Wednesday if you wanted to short the tag of the 20 EMA, the downward sloping 20 EMA. However, right now it's kind of in a bounce-ish area, high volume. I could see this getting to 150 or so. NVIDIA getting crushed. Interesting spot around 90. Been watching that. If anything, I think I missed an entry short position there. Let's go over to the masterless. NDM getting crushed, pretty volatile. As long as it holds these highs here, I don't see a reason to short it. However, I'm also not longing right now, so I'm not interested in longs. FSLR, you can see it's just kind of breaking, bouncing sideways within the zone. Again, tagged the bottom range here, so this is just looking for direction. I have an alert at the break of this low to see if it wants to continue lower. If you really wanted to risk it, I could enter a short here and put a stop above these highs. And the trend is certainly down, so the odds would be in a downward favor. You have a managed risk. That could be a setup. It's not super clean for me though. Okay. MCK, it kind of looks like a topping type thing there. Not interested. So anything that's moving up and to the right, I'm not interested in shorting at all. Whoa, that broke down. Maybe we get a retest here. I'd be curious. From what I was looking at, I believe I have Yum on my longer term watch list. Wherever IRA position watch, I don't, but now I do. Because the fundamentals were pretty solid from what I remember looking. I haven't looked in a little bit. CNP, MRK. MRK looks interesting down to the right. I would watch a break of this 8104 low for continuation on downwards. I'm going to put that red on. Maybe we get a little bit of a bounce, and then it comes back down here. Either way, that's a potential short. That kind of looks like a bear flag type look. So I would be curious in what that actually wants to do. It does look like it wants to continue on down. It's kind of sloppy though. So, you know what, I don't even, I don't know. I just don't like this name. You know, I'm just going to take it off my map. I don't like the name. TTO, take two, interactive, retest, CHAs in range, TGTX holding the breakout high still. I'm pretty sure I have this one on my longer term. Nope, IRAs, watch. Spot and breaking lower. Well, we got 200 SMA. No. MP. No. BRKB. And FNG. You know what I want to do? Hang on. PLTR firstly. Got smoked. I don't think that I have. Oh, I do. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go change. Organize it by change. QUBT. Looks like it pushing off and then rounding. I do like this for a potential short. This is going to be a little bit quicker. NDM, nope. All right, BKR, Baker Hughes. I would watch a break. Oh, geez, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This already got smoked. Missed the short. OKE, missed the short. Fang, missed it. Perch looks interesting. Could be a potential buy area around this zone. Not interested in shorting. BTU, kind of played out. Except didn't get a bounce here, but definitely broke that low. Right, so missed it. Would have been decent. Was on my red list. VRT missed the short. Now it's at an interesting level. We could get a bounce here in VRT. We shall see. Look where it bounced. This prior, the prior bottoming tail there on February 21st. So interesting spot. Not really interested to trade it. Extended to the downside. Extended. Missed the short. So what I'm saying, what I'm looking for a fresh break or a little bounce at these prior supports. You can see that here, right? Prior support area. Look at my line going across the screen. Prior support range, little bounce off of that, and then H's, rounding top, and then follows through. Tag the 20 EMA, right? Follows through. Everything's weak, heading downwards, follow through. So I'm looking for that. I miss a lot of these. Sound, this was in range. I was looking. Broke it. I missed this opportunity for entry on the April 2nd, Wednesday. Oh well, is what it is. I do still like that as a short for this week, though, potentially. DVN, huge move. My gosh. What is that? 3 days? Lost from the lows 23%. Jesus, in 3 days. That's wild. PLTR, this is kind of looking like a short here. I'm going to put that on my short watch. Break of this low, Friday's low. I would watch for, I'd watch for 65. It is still above the rising 200 SMA though. I am building a position here. I think my average is around 80-ish. I picked up some around 72 aftermarket on the 10th of March. So that was a pretty decent buy. But it was only a few shares relative to what I've already owned. I might just wipe my hands clean from this. It depends. I could be in a, I'll be in a sticky situation of an averaging down situation, which I don't like to do. So I need to pay attention to that. SLB, missed it. Missed it. IONQ, this looks like a potential fresh short here. I would be interested. It broke that level. I'm looking at this right here. It broke that. I would be interested. I would for sure anticipate this tagging that 718 to 1820 to 1790-ish level area and then watching for a breakthrough. So you can see it's kind of rounding, right? See this rounding pattern up top. Okay. Especially after like an H type. Okay. Looking for that rounding and continue on down. It's failing at it's tagging the 200 SMA again already. I don't know if you want to consider that one a tag, but I'm basically looking for a breakdown to that. This kind of also looks like a bear flag. So looking at that, breaking down, momentum is to the downside. I do like that a lot. for a short. Missed SMR. I was watching this guy, missed it. Oh well. HAL, missed it. CVNA, this is a potential for this week. I gotta clean that chart up. Let me do that real quick. It's a lot of anchor VWAPs. Oops, don't know what I just did. Breaking these lows, getting crushed here. Watching basically this area. It is now failing that area. And we're going to look for continuation on down. You can see that we made a higher or a lower high. And now we are making a lower low here, lower high versus that high. So downtrending for sure. I do like CVNA for this week. Short wise, Tesla, another short opportunity coming up, I think. I would watch this low here of what, 222.28, and even this 217. I could see it tagging. This might continue on lower to like 180s. We shall see, but I do like Tesla. I'm going to change that to red instead of green for the week. Love, missed it, crushed. RBRK, missed it. Spot, not yet. Too close to support in my opinion. Hood getting smoked. This could be a decent retest opportunity, a breakdown and retest short, that is. So this level here, closed underneath it, does have a bottoming tail. It hit the 200 SMA, so it got bought up there. But we'll see if it wants to chop a little bit higher and then kind of roll on over. We shall see about that, but I'll be watching Hood. Bros, missed it. Okay, hello, missed it, missed it, missed it, missed it, missed, right? A lot of these names are already moving. So what I am looking for, AMD, hey, you guys didn't call the bottom, sorry about it. What I am looking for is, I don't know why I'm annoyed by the people trying to call the bottom on AMD. I just am. No, what I'm looking for is some sort of consolidation and a fresh break of the consolidation, whether it be like a gently up bear flag type look, or a sideways consolidation flag, or something like this, retesting the lows, little bounce, and then looking for a rollover on a shorter time frame to break that low to set a stop loss on that, and target would be here. So RGTI, I do like RGTI this week, already have it in the red. GS, miss it. X on, it looks interesting, not super clean at the 200 SMA though. Not interested. TEM, I keep watching for the gap fill, so it worked its way in here. I would anticipate bids being in here. I do like TEM for a potential short this week. I don't know, maybe it gaps down into this and that's how the gap gets filled. That'd be unfortunate because I've been watching it for a little bit, but it is what it is. SMCI, missed the short. Oxy, missed the short. MS, missed the short. Uber, missed the short. I would be curious if a bounce wants to happen around 63, so pretty close. And then if anything, we might get down to 60 and that'd be, 54. I'd be curious, I'll go with that right there. NVIDIA, I've been watching this 90. We might get a bounce around here. I'd be curious if it breaks 90. If it breaks 90, where does it go? I could see it going to this prior support here around 75. NVIDIA, short for the week. Okay. NFG, okay, potential short, not financial advice. Missed it. HIMS, bounce at a prior support area. Notice that, right? This could be I have been waiting. This is also a breakout area too, right? I have been waiting for a potential opportunity to add HIMS to my IRA for a long-term investment. It's hard to know. It's hard to know when to pull the trigger. So I'm going to continue to watch, maybe start building position around here, potentially. I don't know. Probably not. BMO, missed it. MP, interesting. Not clean enough. Nope. Get already smoked, missed it. This is TT, I guess, is kind of interesting. Over, what is it, down 6-8%? Trying to fill the gap now. It's at that's prior highs. What I'm looking for is a reason to take the trade, or also reasons not to take the trade. I want all odds. I think I already talked about NFLX in this. All odds, as many odds as I can, to be in my favor. So I don't want it to be extended. I don't want it to be near support. Well, I kind of want it to be near support, but I want it looking weak near support. I want it after dash looks pretty solid, actually. Well, not really. It's a little extended to the downside already. It moved down. You know, this is why Monday, the bounce on Monday might not be impossible, because it's down 15% in 3 days from the highs of 3 days ago. You know, I would expect some sort of pretty rapid bounce to it. Maybe Monday gaps down in futures. I don't know. Court just got smoked. I wish I shorted that. CORH, I've been watching this. Interesting, but overall missed it. So there's not a lot of names that I'm really seeing that are actionable at the moment, because I've already missed the shorts, and I am not chasing the shorts while they are already extended to the downside, because you short at the lows, you're going to get your face ripped off if you don't manage your risk. So I don't like that. Like, so here's MRK, right? I think this could be actionable. If it doesn't gap down here, it could provide a little chop, maybe a little consolidation around here. Then if it wants to break those lows, that might be actionable. So if it chops around and then breaks, that's a potential. Otherwise, I could see a little bounce this way. Doesn't really break the highs, creates a little H and heads down lower that way. Maybe tags to 20 EMA, something catches up. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't plan on taking any action on Monday other than managing what I already have, which is my MSFT short. I did a video on that already earlier. So if you're interested in how I played that, you can go look up that video. It's on my YouTube. It's also on my X channel. Otherwise, yeah, ALAB, I had a feeling. Look, bounce at that prior level I was watching here. Not shocked. If it breaks that, I am looking at 36-ish. So I'll be watching that. That would be decent. I do like that as a short. Maybe a nice bounce up to 60. That'd be pretty solid. Would be an educated guess, you know, 60-ish, 50, I don't know, maybe 58. Watch just near the 10, 20 EMA. It's trending downwards, right? So any bounces, I'm looking for a potential way to short it. So I do like ALAB for the week. Maybe, you know, all of these names that are extended to the downside, if they want to continue to move down, that's fine. I'm not chasing them. If Walmart looks actionable, freshly broken, right? So if you want to zoom in on like the 65-minute time frame, maybe it creates a little bounce. Maybe gets halfway into this consolidation. I'll set a little marker in here. Halfway into the consolidation, tags like the 10, maybe the 20, and then rolls over. So it broke these lows. So what I'm looking for is it like an initial short covering. Initial short covering provides a little bounce up, and then people are like, hey, here's our opportunity to sell at a, you know, lesser loss, and then that selling pressure comes back down and we create a lower low. And then it bounces and, you know, continues on forward. So I'm looking for something around the 10 EMA. Heck, I will add an alert on there too. Even the 20. Let me create an alert on that because I am curious to see how that plays out. So that's what I'm looking for on Walmart. I think that's actionable. SEDG. Let me put this back on the daily. This is sloppy. I don't like that price action at all. I'll keep it on. What's the average volume? Yeah, it's got decent volume. I'll keep it. Bank missed it. CCL missed it. KO, getting crushed. Not yet though. I'll be watching for a breakdown and retest around 50 in AGLT. EQIX, let's see, missed it. MWA missed it, bouncing off the 200, missed that. So I'm looking for bounces too short, and I'm not looking to buy. I'm not confident in like a dead cat bounce or short-term covering. I don't have a good setup for that. So unless we get some like undercut follow through, it's got to be pretty specific. I'm not just gonna willy-nilly buy something here. Vive, chopping around, SCP, ALK, ENPH, looking interesting. I'd be curious if it wants to have some follow through downside to that. I'll put that on my red list. UPS, missed it. Pretty solid look though. I'll be looking for some sort of bounce to potentially short that. I don't know if that was on my green list. DV, traded it. AAL, a lot of jets have kind of broken down. A lot of jets looking like they might want to bounce, and oops, didn't mean to do that. And well, whatever. Retest their breakdown areas. I'd be curious. WGS, Mara broke down. I'll be watching for the retest. Set an alert on that. Dude. SHLS. This looks like it wants to round over. H, right? H pattern. Okay. So break of Friday's low. I'd be curious. MSTR. Oh, with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's rolling over, so this might be a decent short for the week too. ANF. Breakout. Ooh, I like that. Breakout. Breakdown. Retesting in this area. So I do like that for a potential breakdown and retest play. That could be actionable. On. Whoa, that's a lot of volume. Where's it getting bought up at here? Look at, yeah, see, look again. Look at that bottoming tail. These are areas of prior support, right? Kind of a close breakout area as well. I think their fundamentals are decent too. I'm gonna put that on my RA watch to look into it. And then last one, run. Consolidating. I'll be looking for a break of this low. What it kind of looks like, I don't know, tan might be trying to turn around. Not sure. All right, let's look at the overall red list here. 41 names. I didn't want to do that. Let's go to it and adjust as needed. Mara looking for the breakout. MSTR, take out that. SMR, already missed it. OKLO, missed it. ALAB, I am looking for the bounce and retest. SMCI, bounce and retest. Sound, maybe actionable. Uber, missed it. TEM, actionable. NVIDIA, missed it. WFC, missed it. Bros, missed it. MSRT, potentially actionable. RCL, missed it. ALGT, looking for the retest with that bottoming tail. DVN, missed it. SMTC, looking for the retest. RKT, I can leave that. That's super strong. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know how to read it. Redfin. Don't like it. Don't know how to read it. Coop. Oh, you know what? Shoot. That wasn't on my master list. Coop. Not a short. LLY. Missed it. ANF. Actionable breakdown and retest. Dash. Missed it. RGTI. I think that's actionable for an initial breakdown. IONQ, actionable. Walmart, actionable. Netflix, actionable. MRK, actionable. QUBT, actionable. PLTR, I think that is actionable. CVNA, kind of extended to the downside, holding the lows. Not my favorite, but potentially actionable. Tesla, always actionable. Hood, missed it. Could be a buy and a bounce off the 200. Not shorting that. ENPH, potentially actionable. UPS, looking for some sort of, especially at that strong down move, bounce to sell into. AL, looking for the retest. SA, yeah, actionable. And run, potentially actionable. Especially off the 50. I don't know. You know what? That's not my favorite for the week. All right, there we go. There are the names I am looking for. Organized by what moved down the most. Screenshot it. Hopefully that's helpful. That's my plan for the week. So really I'm looking for things that are about to break down, have broken down, and looking for like a second day continuation move or something that is extended already to the downside. Looking for a bounce into a shorter term MA, a shorter term like close to supply area, or an area I can risk a prior high to a potential lower low forming on weakness. So I don't know what happens Monday. Maybe we get a gap down, but we always have to adapt and manage our risk. Hopefully these are helpful. If you enjoy, like, share, all that good stuff. Good luck this week, and thank you for your time. Later.